Hello there, I'm Mark Griffiths, a client partner at New Leaf Training and Development. I'm delighted to say I'm joined today by Gavin Bosco, who is the Vice President, Household Sales at Suddath, who I'm pleased to say are also a client of ours. So Gavin, two questions for you to answer in no more than 4 minutes or so. We do call this Take 5 for a reason. Number one, tell us a little bit more about the organisation, what you do and who you serve. Number two, what are you learning personally, professionally, and even as an organisation during these challenging times that you think would be helpful, hopeful, or even humorous? Over to you, and then I'll wrap us up when you finish.
Well, thanks, Mark, and thanks for having me. I'm really glad to be here. So I work for Suddath. Suddath is a 100-plus-year-old moving and logistics company based in Jacksonville, Florida. So we have, between all of our business units, about 38 locations in US, Europe, and Asia. And my responsibility is sales for our household goods business line. So I oversee our corporate and residential sales teams. And we basically help families relocate across town, across the country, or around the world. And we help on the corporate side, corporate companies move their employees. So it's a little bit about Suddath.
Okay.
What did we learn during these challenging times? A whole lot. So you had spent some time with us in February before we knew the effects of the pandemic. And one of the initiatives that we had was to transition our team to focus more on selling in a virtual environment. By the nature of what we do is we go into people's homes and look at all of their contents and determine how much it's going to cost to move those contents wherever they're relocating to. So that does require us to see what their household goods look like and go in the rooms. We have resources and technology within our organization that allow us to do this virtually. So we can use smart devices, the cameras on your phone or iPad, to really go through the house and do this along with the customer, but we don't have to physically be there. Our sales team was somewhat reluctant to transition to that. About 8 to 12% of all of our sales were occurring only virtually, and we wanted to move that to a 40% target because our clients were saying, I would rather this be how you interact with us, but our sales team was a little bit reluctant to do it. We had put initiatives into place last year to transition the team to focus more on this, more training with the tools. That's where you came in. And then the pandemic hit. And in March, we literally one day were selling in homes, and then the very next day switched our entire sales force to 100% virtual. And we're still doing it today. And we just lucked out that we had all those resources together at one time. We had pre-educated our team on how to use them. And this was a catalyst to get adoption to transition to this. And what it's done is it's proved that our sales team was adaptable. They could do it literally overnight, especially those that initially went kicking and screaming are now probably the biggest advocates and say they don't want to go back to the old way of doing it. We are going to hit our sales targets this year, which when the pandemic hit, we didn't think that was going to be possible, but our team is performing above what our expectations were. Our quality scores have gone up because of this, because we're able to be more responsive. We're in front of our computers, at our phones. We can quickly address questions that our customers have. We've just seen no downside of this. So for us, in the private moving space, it's been nothing but really a positive and a silver lining to the events that are going on. We're fortunate that we've been able to adapt so quickly.
Awesome. So, well, with so much negativity around COVID still, to share that real example of best practice and the impact of technology when it's used in the right way.
Right.
Is just, a welcome change. So on behalf of everyone watching this back, thank you, Gavin, for your insights and all the great work that you do. Have a great rest of the day, everybody watching this back. Goodbye.
Thanks, Mark.